was dinging my dinghies, so it was.
Dingies.
Hold on, let me ding my dingies too.
Ding your dingies. Oh, what do I have to ding? I can ding my little.
You got to find something to ding.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I will do that when I'm doing a sound meditation for a client and I can tell that they're knocked out. And I'm like, okay, whenever you're ready, you can come back. And they're taking too long to come back. I'm like, yeah. Hey, Adrian, that was. I'm like,
It's better than look her.
Okay, it's time to go.
You can't stay, baby.
Hi.
When I told you them flooded them eyelashes open, that meant open your eyes, son.
Hi, yo, Darren out there. Thanks for joining us. So I have a candle back here, this little bitty one right around here that I'm burning for Sienna Rose. She is not feeling well. She is sick, spiritually, physically, everything. So just y'all
Feel
make
better,
sure
Sienna.
some light and some prayers and all that good stuff that you do out there. Send it her way because she says she definitely needs it. So y'all think about her a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow too. So you get well, madam. Take care of yourself first. I told her because you know how she is. She wants to do and do, but take care of yourself first. That's first priority.
Then you can take care of others. So
she lives in.
Take care of Mama Earth.
She lives in Canada, yeah.
Canada.
So today, we got some non-political questions for y'all, but I will give it a couple more minutes for y'all to wander in from the heat. Bless y'all's hearts. What's that, the Northwest? Is that what it was that's having the big giant heat storm, basically?
Yeah. My sister is not happy.
I know when I lived in California, we did not have AC because you didn't need it, but there was 1 month a year that you was like, okay, I'm getting the boob sweat and like, this won't ever stop. And like, I need something, some kind of relief. This is supposed to be California, you know. We don't have it.
Yeah.
I was irritated.
It's not like that. It's not like that anymore. California has changed so much, weather-wise.
Yeah.
It's not. It's weird.
Hi, Judy Malley. Welcome.
We lived right, so the bay was right behind us, so we always got a nice breeze in that whole thing. But man, when it stopped, you felt it.
No.
Now, these are non-political questions, so we ain't talking about Trump nor Weisselberg. I know that's what's hot in the news today, but we'll roll around in the mud on Sunday.
He'll still be there on Sunday, you know, whatever's going on for him.
If the devil and the demons ain't killed him by now, he'll still be there. He's still paying on that layaway check, I guess. So I guess as long as he keeps them payments up, then they'll let him breathe a little bit more.
Yeah, because remember, you don't have to pay the entire credit every month. You can just make the minimum payment.
A little bit.
And you can spread those minimum payments out over the month. So you're making 2 payments. And then it's what helps boost your credit score. Free credit advice from Credit Karma.
He's been paying that $13.17
on an $18,000
for a very long time.
I swear I got it on layaway.
Oh, I can't and I ain't.
Oh, man.
So tomorrow we will be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will be joined by where's all these R's coming from? How you doing? Hello. Okay.
How you doing?
By Jody Roberts, who will be doing some more of the dingies, but she knows what she's doing. I'm just doing this for fun. So we will be having a stream called Healing for the Healers, where we will be pulling some cards to tell y'all what you need to receive and what you need to let go. And then Jody will work her magic. And we will also be doing a giveaway that day, a chakra meditation, chakra sound meditation from Jody Roberts. I will be sending to you via email. Everybody who has a body needs it. Your chakras always need some help. I don't care who you are. And we will be having a package from Adrian as well that we will be sending out tomorrow. So y'all make sure you come back, get some healing for the healers, empaths, psychics, mediums, all that good stuff. Energy healers.
Need it. You need it.
So the links are down in the description for Shining Hawk Healing and Red Lentil Healing. I need a Tarot's Apprentice Healing. I'm just so left out in this. And so the links are in the description. Make sure you go and subscribe and all that. That is in order. Now, our first question, though, will there be any strides on climate change at all? Y'all make sure you have a safe holiday weekend. Don't burn nothing down. All them fireworks and ammunition's going on out there.
Drink responsibly.
Please.
Call your Ubers, your Lyfts, your mammies, your cousins, please.
Don't even drive a bike. Don't even ride a bike. Let
We are not
somebody
out
else
of the
drive.
pandemic. There's still the Rona's going around, so
Be safe.
be safe.
Be safe.
Don't drink and drive.
Mm-mm.
This may sound funny, but it's the truth. Trees do not move that easily, so make sure you don't crash into them.
I sure don't.
And don't run over nobody's kid. You'll never live that down. So don't drink and drive. I use these cards. These cards are nice. They take 48 years to pick because they all stuck together. For $80, I need you to read yourself.
We're gonna come back to that maybe later. Maybe
They're really nice, but man, because it's velvety, and so they all cling together. Like I'm not. They're stuck. You can't even make them fall on accident. Jesus. Anyway, stop complaining about stuff that you paid for.
$80.
$71, 71, but that's $80.
Tax. I'd like to know. Nothing I'm wearing is matching.
And mind you, I think it is actually $90 because I threw one of these cards away.
Okay.
And then I had to pay $10 to replace it.
Oh no!
I thought it was an extra card because it was called Destiny. Because sometimes they throw a card in there like that and call it Supreme or whatever. I'm like, I don't need a Destiny card. Throw it away. That was the Wheel of Fortune. Oops. Because the Wheel of Fortune. There's the tarot reader right there. So what'd you get?
You should have read your cards to know.
What is this?
Whoops. Who's going first? I don't care.
I say what you get.
Go ahead. I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. No. Starts with the waters, the sun, and the man. There is potential. The sun is always a yes card, but there is going to have to be, we have to do it. There will be strides, but we have to do it. We can't just, hope is not a strategy. We can't just wish. We can't just pray. And Mama Earth is not going to take care of herself because we have caused too much damage to her at this point. So yes, there will. The waters is all about depths, dreams, magic, spiritual unknown. The yes is the sun, and the man. It is the male energy. It needs us. It needs us to do it. And then I also get the success card. So there will be, we can do it. It's just up to us. And I think we will. It may come a generation or two. This Gen, what is it? Gen X, Y, MP. They're acutely aware, and that is actually now that I think about it, that is, they are saying that is the male. They're attributing it to the male energy. So yes, it will probably be that. It's going to start with that generation.
What'd you get, Tim?
Well, we're starting out. It's, we have this discontent of the way it is, and what's crossing it is fulfillment. So, underneath is conflict. In the past, we've been using our intuition to try and do something about it, but it takes a little bit more than intuition. It takes some action. And in the sky, we have triumph. In the immediate future, we have transformation, which is amazing. And here we have the number 4, the firm foundation. And I attribute this to the Emperor, who has insight and reason. So through reasoning and insight, we will find ways to communicate what needs to happen. Our hopes and fears is that it will start, and then the outcome is fire. It's the new beginnings. That's what I have.
Excuse me. Can you hold up that card with the man again, please?
The man? This one?
Can you hold a little closer up to the... Ooh, his back is so strong. And I hate that they got that little diamond right at the part that I would look, because if his back is that strong, them booty cheeks. God, oh.
Bending quarters.
It's been a while. Adrian.
No, I just can appreciate a nice specimen physique when I see it, and I didn't hear a word. Once he pulled up his card, I don't know what you could see the outcome of dim and gloom, and I was just like, God, his back.
He's beautiful.
Ooh, his back is strong.
You see that mountain in the back, and when you see mountains in the card, it's always about attainment. So I think that that's what this means, is that, through this firm foundation of what we come up with to help the situation, we have attainment in the background, and that's where we're headed.
I still don't think you did, but okay. So I get what y'all got. I got the moon here. This again, I love that phrase, and so I shall reiterate. Hope is not a strategy. We cannot say, well, we hope things can get better. We can all work together and, give me the speech, fine, but give me the action too. That way we can actually move something forward. The earth is a thing. And just like every other thing, it has to be cared for. Otherwise it breaks down. Venus is 800 degrees, and I don't know how cold Mars is, but ain't nothing alive there. So you cannot go live there. I know that there's this big, well, maybe they can terraform Mars. In the words of Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you can terraform Mars, you can terraform Earth. You're already here. You can change that one into a habitable place. You can change this one back into a habitable place. So I do get the Sun and the 7 of Wands with the Death card. So yes, there is some huge change that we will use to defend the earth. There is your success, good time, content, all that good stuff. So yes, it does happen. However, it's always caught up in bureaucracy, because not to be political on the non-political stream, but one side wants money, the other side wants whatever. So you have the King of Swords here with the 6 of Pentacles. It's always leadership. Like, I know it's cute for us to go and plant the neighborhood garden, but what you need is for the higher ups who control a lot more than we do to make sure that they're on the same page as us. So if I want a neighborhood garden here, then you can use your resources to make sure every neighborhood has one. And then you can make sure we plant some more trees, and you can make sure we get a committee together to clean up the parks and the blah, blah, blah. And we can regulate so that you don't dump crap in the water and that whole thing. So it does have something to do with the governments with the Hierophant card. So we still do need them, but is going to start with us too. Your vote matters, your thoughts matters, your actions matter too. If it's not something that you're supposed to throw in a landfill, don't throw it. If you know how to properly dispose of batteries and cell phones, do that. If you don't, ask somebody. That type of thing. So we all have a part to play in this. But yes, it is going to get better. It has to.
Tony, can you hold up that card? Do you have him ready and available? Can you just one more time for me?
You want that card for you? Okay.
Just one more time.
Where is it? I gotta find it for agent here.
Clench my purse.
Okay.
I'm good now. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
My next question is, how is time experienced on the other side? If it's not at all, then let's say not at all. But if there is something to be experienced in time, let me know. How is it experienced on the other side? I should use the haunted house tarot, shouldn't I?
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'll use my 80s oracle. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get that one tonight. I love that deck.
Pull 2 cards, see what it says. You didn't answer, so I'll put it.
Yeah, I'm not giving an answer.
So here's what I get with the tarots, though.
Yeah.
I get it's kind of all at once to where sort of time stops. I got the 7 of Pentacles. There's your patience and waiting type card there. And then I get the Star, which is the future. So it's like it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Because their time is not your time. Your time is not their time. So you may go in the 24-hour cycle, in a 365-day cycle, but they it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess y'all are getting my point that it doesn't affect them like it affects us. They don't have a body to age, number one. I think as far as time is concerned, the only part of time that they can necessarily feel is when they have to come back here, or they have to be someone's teacher, guide, or helper once they become of age to recognize it. So that's kind of the only thing that time is going to give them, is wait for the person to mature so you can be part of their community, or wait until your turn to your contract. Spiritual contract says you have to come back here in some other form or another, because we all have past lives and we have reincarnated and all that type of stuff. So that's kind of the only thing I get, is that they're in a sense of delay. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like they're on pause until they have to come back here.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead,
I
Tanya.
have I have this prayer that I say, you know, in ceremony, but the gist of it is to speak to the powers that be in time and out of time. So I don't know. I got these two cards are the only ones that really make sense. That's the truth of the matter is that it's a waiting game. The waiting game is time, in time and out of time. And you see that this person is just walking the circle of time. And so I get the outcome is a power card. And I don't know. I don't know, but I think that the truth of it is that it's just all, there is no time on the other side. There's only power. There's only energy. So that's what I get. And I also got this universal card. So and third eye chakra. Time is of the mind, people. Is a human construct. Time is a human construct.
I get movement is frozen, deep freeze. Movement, deep freeze, frozen. Inflexibility. There is no constraint, which is time is a constraint when you think about it. Time is it's a measurement, and it's saying there is no measurement up here. There is no restriction up here. Flexibility, and that stops. Deep freeze is you cannot move forward. Everything is stuck. It will not move. It's deep freeze and movement. Movement stalls. It stops. Time stops. That's what I got.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Okay, is there an underworld? If there is, why? And if there is not, why? Why is there not one if there's not one?
If there's an upper world, why wouldn't there be an underworld? Is there an upper world? Another question.
Is there an underworld? Thank you, Brandon. Brandon bought me this. It's fantastic.
Oh,
I thought I
nice.
broke it earlier because I kept fooling with it and then it came off, but I unscrewed it. Let's see. Is there an underworld? Okay. I think it's a bit more complicated than that, than just saying, upper world, underworld, as in heaven and hell, or purgatory, or anything like that. I think it's a little more complicated. I get the 5 of Wands to start with, and then I get the Fool. So there is some sort of negative energy that has a beginning. So like you would go into a negative energy vortex or a negative vibration or something of that nature. It's not necessarily negative as in punishment, but negative as in not positive. It's not white light. It's whatever else. It's something else. It's like wandering in the dark type else. I get the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups with the 3 of Cups and the Moon. So there is a darkness, I will say. There is a void almost. So there's no, red leather demons and pitchforks.
Oh,
But there is also a depravity as well. So I get the Nine of Cups, but I get the Knight of Cups right beside it, with the moon right below it. So there's a void. You don't get the sunshine and happiness until you learn to be, you know, not an
happy.
ass, I suppose, but but there is no light here. I didn't get, the sun. I get the moon. There's like a confusing darkness type thing.
Yeah, I got the Seven of Cups too.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
What you get, Adrian?
I got a couple different answers. And that's what happens when you pull a couple different cards. Initially, I get no using the Lenono/Lenormand deck because it starts off with the cannon, the hoe, and the lamp. That's actually like no to your question. It literally is telling me the answer to your question is no. There is not underworld, afterworld. With the Tarot, I got the Seven of Cups. With the Tower, with the Seven of Wands. So there is this, to me, there's this energy, like Johnny was saying, what's this telling me? And we're confused about it because we don't understand it. A lot of religions teach you, if you do not follow this set of rules, you are going to this place, but we don't know what this place is. There's confusion behind it. Is it the fiery pits of hell? There's this TikTok where this woman says, hell is where you go to burn in the fiery pits of hell. And everybody's like,
a little redundant.
but that makes sense because that's what people think of it. They're told that you're going to go burn in the fiery pits of hell, but they never tell you what it is. What does it consist of? As a Buddhist, I was trained that hell is right here on earth. It can be. It's all about your attachment and what you think of it, how you express it. And that is kind of what the tarot is saying. And that's also what the release your preconceived notion to what you think hell is. And you'll come to the realization of what hell, the underworld, actually is. Also, if you talk to some people, they're living hell right now. It's not where you go. And I believe even in Judaism, there is no hell. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, that's good old Christians.
Yes, we're Christians. So I think that, starting out, it's a mindset, because underneath I have these two chakra cards that are, lower and upper. And then I had this card that says suffer in silence, because and she looks like she's in hell, because that's what happens when we suffer in silence. It feels like hell. So the only way to get out of that is to sort of feel triumphant. And because you are the uniting spirit that controls that sort of thing, you have power. And I pulled a few rune things. This is the first one I pulled, is Ingwaz. Is that right, Johnny? Ingwaz? And that's gestation, internal growth. So it's coming from inside the house. Hell is the phone call that you're getting from inside the house. And then I get this unknowable. This is the blank rune called unknowable. So there's really no way to know that I don't think there's an actual place called the underworld, but it happens in the mind and what we consider suffering and emotional withdrawal. That's what happens. That brings us to heartache and loss. That puts us in that hell space and hellscape. So it's your emotions and how you handle your emotions that decides whether you go to this underworld or not, or you feel like you're living in an underworld or a hellscape. But it's all in your your mind, you create it, and then you live in it. So, but you have power to get out of it. So that's what I get.
You always make the decision on who you're going to be that day.
It's Bob
Because I
Marley.
always say it's muscle memory. That's how some people can do horrible things and feel nothing because they do it all the time.
Mm.
And then people who do nice things and then do one little bad thing and then they feel like the worst person has ever existed. It's like it goes against their grain. So it's hard. Okay, so I have to try to remember what I read 3 days ago. The Emerald Tablet, does it exist? It is supposed to be the secrets of alchemy, the secrets of turning, wood into gold type thing, the secrets of magic. And so all of the, the Wiccans and the witches and the alchemists have been looking for this thing forever and ever and ever. And then they said, yes, it does exist. And here's a book on it. And people are always trying to debunk that. So does the Emerald Tablet, the secret to alchemy, actually exist?
Is that the book? Is that the secret? The
No,
book, the
it
secret?
was called the Emerald Tablet. I think it was written
okay.
Somewhere in the Middle East.
Secret's something different.
Does it exist?
Yeah.
Yes, Mimi. They say it does. They have proof and all that good stuff, and then it's constantly debunked. So, does it actually exist? So, I get yes, but here's the thing. The Four Cups, King of Wands. It's a thing. It's in pieces, though. So this is not like the 10 Commandments on a tablet where you got two and he's walking up, 7th Street. This is this is more
10.
this is more like there's one of many. So if they're scattered around the world like they're supposed to be or something like that, then if you put them together, then you have a complete body of knowledge type thing. The 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, it's not one whole thing. It's in pieces. It's around the world type thing too. But like if you were to find it and put it together, you don't think you're going to become Merlin tomorrow. It's not like that. It's if you go and you find, a bunch of books of the Bible and put them together, you're not Jesus tomorrow. You just basically got something you can read and you can learn something from it. You can learn something from anything. And that's it. I mean, I would get rid of the romance and the fantasy about it, but yeah, that's what I get. Though.
I get the waters, the wheel, the stars. Kind of what you were. These made more sense after you went. Whatever is there, it's been kind of split up. With the wheel, it's spread out. And yes, it does exist though with stars, because stars is about success, fame, hopes. Yes, it's there. The waters is actually talking about the books itself, because it's all about psychic nature, psychic abilities, and the wheel being spread out. So yes, what are in, and I actually, when I first pulled, I got actually what's in the books. One's on animals and animal spirit and how to use animals, commune with animals in the right way, not the, I keep getting hedonistic. That's not right, but that's kind of how in shaman we look at it, really not being wasteful and taking care of animals. There's one whole book on that. Reconciliation, there's one about relationships and even with spirit. And the other one is about casting actual spells and protection. how to protect you and energy from negative energy. That's what I get.
I don't know, none of my cards except this one actually makes any sense, which says, yes, there's a book of wisdom. Good luck trying to find it. None of these other cards are except, I don't know. Emotional
I think
intelligence.
it's still answered because I mean, it kind of goes with the whole theme of it all. Is
I mean,
okay,
it has power.
but don't try to go find it and think that you're gonna be the most powerful person on earth.
Yeah.
Type thing, which is what they wanted it for in the first place, if you ask me, because that's all human beings ever want knowledge for, is to use it.
Power and money.
Power and greed.
Power.
But speaking of which, though, what business will do the best going forward outside of medical? What business will do the best going forward?
Outside of medical.
Because COVID has changed more than just our habits. It changed the whole entire world at the same time, on top of that. Let's see.
Interesting.
I get finance. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. This most starts with money. There's banks or property, real estate, something of that nature. There's a huge burden upon the world here with this 10 of Wands and the World card, and it has something to do with money and property. So I'm going to say finance is going to have an upswing. It ends in the Hierophant, so we may have rules and regulations that may be going through changes because of the disruption to the world. So I think that finance, CPAs, banks, anything to do with finance and financials is what I get.
Tony, you want to go?
No, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck is here.
I am going to explain. I think COVID left a lot of people mentally messed up, spiritually messed up. What they thought they knew of the world, what they thought they knew, didn't exist. So what I'm getting is, I'm going to tell you all the cards I got. I got relaxation, father, son, gateway, poet, and lover. What this tells me, two things: religion
Oh.
and healers is what I'm getting.
Oh, okay.
There's two. It's going to splinter. It's going to be either people are going to go to find that salvation in a church. So that's why I get the poet and the gateway, the person who is going to say that they want to hear. Church is a business. So I feel like that's going to either pick, and they know it's a dying business. So you may see kind of gimmick something to kind of resurrect that. Father Sky, relaxation, and the lover, somebody who's going to help, who's going to get at your heart to help you understand that there's something bigger, especially with the relaxation and the Father Sky. Father Sky is about talking to grandfather son. which is all about spirituality, connection, relaxation, the mind, the body, and the lover. Somebody who's going to help you understand and speak your love language. That there's more to this. I find it's very odd that that's what I got, but that's what I got. The news
That is so weird because I got the same thing. First of all, I got this mental conflict. You said that the virus has left some people a little unbalanced. And then I got the card of balance. And then I got the card of harmony, the lovers. I got that. But I think that what these cards are telling me is that the green green energy is going to be really, really at the forefront. And that is what's going to help with bring these things into balance. What we've sacrificed is we've sacrificed so much, but we still have the opportunity to balance out and come together in harmony because of the planet, what we're doing, what we're going to do to help shape the planet. So the businesses that are concentrating on green energy, the new, I don't know, the Green New Deal, I don't know what that's all about, but anything that has to do with the energy, green energy, I think is going to be at the forefront. That's what I got.
Okay. Commercial break. For those who are not subscribed to Red Lentil Healing and Shining Hawk Healing, the links are in the description. Also, tomorrow we will be here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Healing for the Healers, where we will be doing what you need to receive and what you need to let go for psychics, mediums, and energy healers. Monday, we will be on Red Lentil Healing doing our Zodiac, what y'all need to do for y'all whole life for the month of July. And what else was there? Tomorrow, Sunday, we will be on Jen Lynn's channel, I do believe, where we will be joined by the Way of Positive Change. And so our next question. Oh, also tomorrow we will be doing a giveaway.
Yes.
Where I am going to send you a link for a chakra healing sound meditation. And I have gotten look at me doing it wrong now. You're rubbing off on me. A package from Red Lentil Healing. So I got a package from Red Lentil Healing and a sound meditation we will be giving away tomorrow.
I did it right.
And the sound, thank you, Pistachio. And the sound meditation is for your chakras. And like I said, if you are a human being alive on Earth, you need this sound meditation in your life. So I'm going to give that away tomorrow.
Jody has amazing sound tracks.
She's got amazing, yes.
They're vibroacoustic, so there is actual, you don't realize it, but there's some boom, 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 boom added to it. That'll get your whole, it doesn't sound like boom, boom, boom. You know, you're not going to be like on a dance floor, but there's some hidden extra in there that are absolutely amazing.
She's very good.
Yes.
If you have not seen her debut on our live streams, it is on Red Lentil Healing. Go over there and get your whole life together. I guarantee you will.
Mm-hmm.
I should have put her thing in here too.
I put it earlier. I'll add it again.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So next question. Spirit's view of good and evil. What is the view from spirits
Good and evil.
on good and evil?
Hell, I don't want to use any of the cards I have for that.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Maybe I'll use mine. I don't feel like shuffling. I'll use mine. It's called Nacho Supreme.
Like, what I said was going to happen, because remember I told you, Tony, either 1, 2, or 3 was going to happen. 3 has happened. I'm sitting here, I'm like, God, that was a really bad decision. Poor life. Oh boy, poor life decisions. Yep.
You are good.
Yep. Woo, woo.
Okay.
Interesting. Yes, Chris,
Now,
some of my bowls I got from Jody.
I say this a lot, and I'm going to say this again. The best thing on earth is a human. The worst thing on earth is a human. It's in you. You can kill and heal. You can destroy. You can build up. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, Marie. This is YouTube. I could say, Gene, I'm going to put you as the moderator. You don't have to moderate, but just so I don't have to approve your comment every single day.
I just got her.
So I get for evil, betrayal, danger, harm, bad intentions, past trauma, fear, the unknown, lack of confidence. It is in you where the evil lies. Yes, there are spirits out there that do try to harm, that do try to scare, that do try to manipulate. I used to live in an apartment that, well, I didn't live, my brother lived there, that had one. You go in a specific room and it would bother you until you left. So yes, there are entities. Yes, there are energies, but those energies were once flesh. That stuff carried over. That stuff is still there. It is still in you. Now, the good part about it, the elements, the crystals, the plants, the magic, we are one, we are connected. This is life. This is love. This is liberty. This is in you. Traditions, family, ceremony, holidays, the good times, the good stuff, the stuff that we remember, the stuff that we should remember that'll keep us going into the future. That type of stuff lives in you too. So which one shall you water? Which one shall you cultivate? Which one shall you operate in? You operate in the frequency of evil. You operate in the frequency of good. Spirit's view on it is it's you. Turn the mirror. What do you see? Do you see a good person? Do you see a bad person? Or do you see a person who makes decisions every day on which one they shall be? That's what I get.
I get for good, the spirit feel of good, I get the power card. It is a source of power. Not get over manipulation power, but that's actually the power that fuels what's going on. That is what you need. That is what cultivates more good, is power. It is more powerful, more beautiful, more strong to be of light, to be of service, to be of help, to be of something. So that is how spirit continues to thrive and grow is through power. What does spirit think of the malarkey and the mess? These are growing opportunities for us to strengthen. These are growing opportunities for us to strengthen our resolve, our resolute, our integrity, so we can get back into power. So they actually doesn't look at it as negative. It looks at it as a growing opportunity for us humans. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I got that. They don't have an opinion about good or bad. It's all energy. It's all energy. It's energy. This is so Suilan. It says victory, but it's also energy. So I think what they think about dark and light it's yin and yang. It's the same. And the only concern is how we balance it out, because the universe will always seek balance. So if you have more bad than good, then the energy is going to go to the good to bring it up to balance with the bad, and vice versa. So it's all about, the game is all about balance and how you can bring yourself to balance. Is that me making that noise?
That's all right. It went away.
Okay. sounded like a trolley car. Felt like I was outside
Okay.
in the streets of San Francisco.
It could have been me.
Okay, so that's it's just all about energy and the balance of it. So they don't feel any type of way about it, except, is it balanced?
So we can get two messages here: a warning from Spirit and some encouragement from Spirit. One warning: stay away, do this, do better, whatever. And then one encouragement, something to take along your day with you.
Word of warning. Word of warning for life,
us.
just in general?
Just to us.
To us. Word of warning to us. I'm going to do the Johnny Swirl. Okay.
Woohoo! Spirit was not expecting you to be that strong. God, oh. I mean, this is for entertainment purposes.
Only.
Good night.
Say, Gene, pay attention. I say, I gave you a wrench so I don't have to approve your comments every time. You don't have to moderate.
Mm-mm.
So I get, pay attention, because this was my warning card. This is supposed to be positive, right? But pay attention who you link your energy with. Everybody going in the same direction is not going to your destination. So everybody ain't for you, that's with you. So you make sure you are careful who you link your energy with. Some people
Cut that
are
energy
only
off.
with you because you are a good source to draw from.
Amen.
They need something from you and you gladly give it away, because maybe you not even realize that's what they're doing. And maybe they don't either. Sometimes people are just energy vampires because on the inside of them is void, because they won't fix their own life. Me and Adrian's having this conversation about a person that I was trying to help desperately. And I was like, you know what? Spirit told me, outside of me helping them, everybody who is telling you the story of their life is not looking for advice. So sometimes you have to be careful who you are trying to link your energy with, because sometimes they don't really need you either. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they're just trying to draw something from you. And your encouragement, the squirrel: prepared, planning, careful, organized. Now is the time. This is a really good time, especially after the eclipse and all that good stuff. Now is the time to sort of put your ducks in a row. Now is the time, if you are trying to do something creative, now is the time to start to manipulate yourself in that direction, to make sure your finances for indulging in this thing is right, to make sure your time is available to put into this. Make sure your ducks are in a row. Now is the time to do that. That is your encouragement. Go for it. And stay away from greedy people.
Greedy folks is why we can't have nice stuff.
That's what my mother used to say all the time. Can't have nothing nice.
Can't have nice things because of greedy people.
Can't have nice things. No, it was can't have nice things because y'all kids.
Them's too.
So,
Go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
I got for the negative is shame. It says, shame, you are not flawed. You are so worthy of love and belonging. Forgive yourself for not giving yourself enough self-love. So if you're feeling shame, then the alternative to that is to love yourself. So, there's nothing that can be done that cannot be not undone, but can not be remedied in some way. If you just have to say, I'm sorry, or replace something that you broke, or whatever it is. It's not about who you are. It's about what you did, and you are not what you did. So give yourself some self-love. As for the positive is boundaries. And it says, develop healthy boundaries to make sure you are emotionally and mentally stable. Like Adrienne was saying, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to vampires.
No is a
Johnny was
sentence.
saying, huh?
No is a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence. The shortest sentence that you'll ever know is no.
I get, for your word of warning, I get the Exorcist card. That's why I giggled, because I said, Spirit, this is for entertainment purposes, and you came in hot and heavy. What do you need to expel and expunge that is negative from your life? Because if you do not do that, you will attract people that have the same characteristics and flaws.
Mm-hmm.
The lighter side of that is you've got to free yourself from that mush, is what I'm going to call it.
That brown stuff.
Yeah, clear yourself from it. Because if you do not, that is what you're going to attract. We attract what we have not healed.
Mm-hmm.
You ever look at someone and go, why do they always have God, they seem to loving light. People are always around them because they've healed some things.
Mm.
And therefore, that's a reflection of their inner. Okay? That's what you need to stay away from. Which the positive, forgive and forget. Forgiveness is not for others, it is for you. It is to clear that energy from your heart chakra to balance out your heart chakra. There are also sometimes there are just some things you may actually just need to forget, because reliving it, holding on to that space in your heart, your mind, your solar plexus, your third eye, is not allowing you to move on. Sometimes you need to forgive, and then maybe if you keep replaying the image, and it'll bring you back down to a place you haven't really healed. So maybe you may just need to go ahead and let bygones be bygones in a different way. We're so scared as humans. I will forgive, but I'll never forget, because you don't want to be played again. You don't want to go through that same situation again. That says that you do not trust spirit. You do not trust your growth in yourself. You do not trust all the beautiful things that spirit will bring to you. If you're so stuck on saying, I don't want to forget because I don't want this to happen again. There's an emotional memory. You'll remember when it comes back, because you're going to, I felt this before. I don't like that feeling. So it'll naturally take care of itself. So sometimes you need to forget, so you can clear that space, because you're still holding on to some stuff. That's what I get.
That exorcism thing that you pulled up is so funny, because yesterday I read, or day before yesterday, I read something about exorcisms coming back into vogue. Did you read that? That there are people in the Home Depot performing an exorcism on the wood.
On the wood.
What happened now?
In the lumber aisle, they were performing an exorcism on the wood.
Now,
why?
Okay.
I don't know.
Does it come from a certain place that may have a negative energy?
Maybe.
But then again,
I don't know.
Okay, but wait a minute. Then again, never mind. Because here's the thing. Now, I'm not trying to be judgmental if y'all are Catholic. But demons and energy are not the same thing. When a person spiritually, because I'm still a preacher, but I was more in the church back in the day. When we called something the devil or a demon, we were not talking about negative energy. We were talking about an actual evil spirit. So actual evil spirits and negative energy are not the same thing. So I guess I can't really say did it come from a place with negative energy, because that's not what they was talking about. So I don't know. I'll just do this.
That makes because I've gotten some requests since I've moved up here to do some banishings from people's homes. And I said, sweetie, there is not enough money.
Because you be taking that back home with you.
I just listen. We need to talk about fees, because I'm putting myself in a place of danger, because I don't know what I'm walking into, and I can make some tracks. You can play them in your house, but you want me to walk my black behind through your house with your monkey ass ghost that you have not identified, and you want me to clear them mother suckers at your house? That was you up in the middle of the night? Got you scared so bad you almost pissed the bed? No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Well, was that Richard Pryor who was like, black people go into a house and they say, and the girl says, "Get out."
I'm out. You ain't got to tell me again.
Out.
I know how to follow directions. OUT. BYE.
There is a reason I'm no longer a paranormal investigator. There is a reason. I got chased out of too many situations. I was like, you know what? I don't think I should work with this anymore. It takes a lot to scare me too. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I'll take my little bell, my little ball. I'm out.
Better get you some sage and some Palo Santo and do a ring around your house, but that's all I can tell you.
RedLentilHealing.com.
Okay, everything.
You better lay some crystals around the perimeter of your house.
Because what I'm not going to do is walk my obese, rotund black behind with the bad knees. No, ma'am. No. So yes, County, that does not surprise me, because I have it's been several in the last year that I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, not crazy. That doesn't surprise me, but I'm like,
yeah, it's wild.
Here's another crazy thing. So I was on a Instagram post and there was a interracial couple, and this interracial couple was having some sort of issues with the rest of society, and there was a bunch of people down below in the this is why I stay out of comments as much as I can. I start to read them, and then people's viewpoint that differs from mine starts to bother me on the inside. And I think, how can you see the world this way? I don't understand. And so a bunch of people said this, which was so weird and shocking. And then it got a bunch of likes and all that this is why God kept people separate. Like, you had the Africans on Africa, and you had the natives on Native Americas, and then you had the Chinamans in the Chinaman's town, and you had the white peoples in the snow in the mountains. And I'm thinking, I said the word, but I won't say it now. But my thing is, and they quoted scripture to where it was, oh hell, I forget what it was, but it was something about God confused their tongues and kept them in separate nations and all this type of stuff, because people were not supposed to commingle. So that's why I wanted to read it on. Is this divine's plan to keep people separate? Why did we all live on different places and speak different languages? Was this the plan to keep us separate? Which of course it wasn't, but I'm indulge me anyway. But that whole thread just, and then I start going through and like thumbing down people's comment, and I said, stop doing that. You're putting way too much energy into strangers. Tomorrow they won't mean nothing. And at the end of your life, they can't get you into heaven or keep you out of hell. So it really doesn't matter. So let it go. And I had to let it go, but I was fumed. I'm like, how could, because there's people on earth who think this. And I'm thinking, how you, what? Okay. It was God's plan to keep us separate. Human beings just, anyway, see, I'm still mad. I need to go cleanse my chakra or something. And just that kind of stuff bothers me. Because I understand it, but at the same time, I think it's an illness of the mental variety. I really do. That you think that a person's skin tone is a matter of discussion, that they need to be kept separate because they don't look like you. Anyway, is that God's plan? Yes or no?
Oh, God. Help me, Lord. Lord.
I know. Do not read the comments. I need to, and that's a lesson for me to actually learn to stop doing that.
Okay, I've pulled 4 different cards or 4 different throws. I can't get a clear answer.
I get a no. I get the Page of Wands and the Lovers. You were always meant to speak to one another once you stop fighting. The War. Land, mind you, has always been something that man has coveted, even though there's enough for everybody to live on. But it's not just enough to live there. You must rule there. And so it starts with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. There is always an energy of opposites attracting. There is always an energy of Earth, because you come from this planet, you come from the stars, you come from the same source. So yes, you were meant to commingle. That's why also you can take the heart out of a black person and put it in someone in Japan and it'll still beat. So yes, you are pretty much the same thing. You are pretty much meant to commingle. We help each other once we stop trying to rule each other. So that's another lesson for another day. But basically, yes, you were meant to. Lovers, Page of Wands. You were always meant to talk. Human beings.
I still don't get a clear answer, but I'm gonna go ahead and just try this anyway.
I always look to the last card and say that's what your message is.
Yeah. The lamp, the crow, the cross. We were always meant to, from a religious perspective, actually, we're meant to talk and share religious ideas. So that means yes to me. But it was God's plan from a spiritual, I guess, standpoint.
So I get that, love, the universe is about love and connectedness. So to feel as if we are supposed to be separated in some way is a mental conflict for human beings because they have their own dark temptations. But it's part of the journey, all of it. But we are meant to speak to each other. Another construct of human beings to stay separate, to separate this, to put boxes around different people, different things, all of it. But in the beginning, you have this beautiful rainbow of all the colors, and the balance is because of love. So yeah, we're meant to speak to each other on this journey. We're meant to communicate, and we're meant to stay connected as much as we can. So no, we're not supposed to stay apart.
We're supposed to stay out of comment sections. That's what we're supposed to do.
It's like when you meet someone who speaks a different language, you can still communicate with that person because human language is physical as well as comes from this hole in our face.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk with our hands, we can write things, maybe not in the same language, we can draw pictures. People understand that. So we can still communicate even if we can't communicate verbally. We just, but it's just meant to be that way. It's the ones who don't like it who are the problem.
Thank you, Jody Roberts. And also,
Praise be.
y'all go and make sure you subscribe to Jody's channel, because that's who will be with us tomorrow when we get y'all whole life together.
Mm-hmm.
So
in one day.
We got two more. The purpose of astrology. Why does it work? Why does it affect us? Why is a person who is born under this sign and that sun and this moon and that node, why do they behave this way? Why does up there affect you down here? What is the purpose of that? Why does it work? I have an answer, but I want to see what it says.
Oh my God.
Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So my answer is, okay, let's say, for instance, there's such a thing as the Big Bang, where everything was in a big lump, and then it imploded and exploded, and then it scattered across the universe, that type of thing. You are in there. You are in the nooks and crannies of such a thing. The reason it affects you from up there is because you are part of that up there. That's where you come from. So therefore, it affects you. I got a spontaneous birth here. So there's like your Big Bang with the Tower and the Empress. The Hierophant and the Temperance, this is your God and divinity. When you put those together, that's usually your rules, regulations, institutions. This is your angels and guides and gods and things. And then the Nine of Pentacles. There's something secure about it. There's something deep-rooted about it. There's something that sort of has cultivated over a long time. Human beings didn't spring up at the birth of the universe, but eventually they did. And you were part of that work. You were part of that thing where it was forming. You were kind of meant to be. I think life was inevitable. So it affects you because you are it. And it is you. That's why.
Yep. Same answer. Surrender to the divine. Divine being spirit. Spirit being the same thing that made all of this. We are made of the same molecules as Jupiter, as some other God-foreseen planet 100 million billion light years away. Believe it or not, we're all made of the same mess. So surrender to the divine. That's why it works. Realize that you have no control. You are a specimen in a meat suit that walks around like Bigfoot on this earth. Surrender to the divine, because it's me. Because this is how it started. Was this new beginning? This big old boom. Now, the right time, the right seasoning, add a little paprika, a little Worcestershire. That's how the universe is created. And that gives you freedom. That's why it exists. Once you realize all of that, you stop having attachments. You stop wanting things to go and trying to fight it. It actually just gives you freedom. So that's why.
Yeah, we are stardust. We are stardust. Ziggy Stardust and children of the universe. So there is no separation between us and what's out in the universe. That is why the astrology works so well, is because it is a gauge for us to connect with the stars and other planets, all of that. So yes, we are, and it creates this middle world of where we are now. So it works because we are a part of it. Like everyone says, we are a part of the world.
My daddy told me when I was 6, he said, I'll never forget this. He said, the same thing that controls the waves in the ocean, our moon, if you think that does not impact the same water that's sloshing in and out of your gut, you're crazy. And for some reason, as a 6-year-old, that made sense to me. I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. And I got older. I was like, oh, yeah, because we're made of stardust. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, so our last question, I am going to post a poll in the thing, in the chat thing for y'all to vote on. So the question is, what is the next big fad? What is the next thing we will all be doing? Cell phones, walking, talking, chewing gum. What is the next big thing we will be doing? So here is the poll if y'all want to take it. Will it be something great, something stupid, something expensive? What will it be? Hopefully that's going to post. There it is. So
nice.
I love the 80s Oracle, and I want to see what the next big fad would be. Next is big hair coming back. Boom boxes. High top sneakers with lights on the bottoms. What's going to come?
If you leave it up to the alpha generation, it will be a boom box or big hair. Because these children do not realize there was a whole world that existed before them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually named the Christopher Columbus generation. Because they think they've discovered in existence for millennia. And I called my niece and my nephew, Christopher Columbus, and they're like, oh, and that's a dig. That's the woke generation. They're like, that's fighting words. I'm like, my niece has discovered Bobby Brown. No, not the same Bobby Brown that's overweight that was on Versus with Keith Sweat last night. No, not that Bobby Brown. She discovered Candy Girl version of Bobby Brown. And she's like, I don't understand why he wasn't big. He like, this music is a bop. We're like,
I was listening to him yesterday. I was like, oh my God.
I tell you.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown. Bobby? I was like, Bobby Brown? I was like,
Bobby!
Christopher Columbus, go sit down.
There was a girl I worked with, had no idea who Luther Vandross was and that he was that famous. And I'm like, I bet you know Justin Bieber and I should punch in your throat.
Babies were conceived to Luther Vandross.
She don't know who Luther Vandross
Oh
is.
my gosh, she was probably conceived, like you said. Oh my gosh, Luther.
Now, mind you, this child was born, and that was even odd for me to repeat it, in the year 2000. And I'm like, I'm at work with a person who was born in 2000. God, I don't know who
you
Luther
old,
Vandross
Johnny.
is. I know it.
Oh.
That's why I always know white specks is coming up under my chin. Flare pants. See, here's the thing too. My nieces were born around the time flare pants. And I'm like, y'all do know that's bell bottoms.
Yes.
It's like
Bell
flare
bottoms.
pants ain't new. That's bell bottoms. But that,
Elephant legs are back in style. Like I wore that in high school. Oh my God.
I still got a rotary phone. I don't know where it is.
I still got a pair, I think.
I got one. My rotary phone is down on that. I collect old technology for this reason. Because I'm like, I don't want y'all out there in these streets thinking that.
I remember this.
Oh, you know how many songs I got on mine that I can't pull off because it doesn't. Oh God, I'm like, do you know how much Napster and LimeWire music I have in that damn thing?
I LimeWired my behind off.
God, we thought we were doing something because I got this little code. I'm gonna go ahead and get this whole Britney Spears album, and I'm gonna get Grand Theft Auto 2, and I'm gonna have all this downloaded. I'm gonna go to bed at 8, and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be down. No, it wasn't.
Oh God.
The next big fad, which I'll get.
Next big fad.
I get a form of, I almost said precipitation, a form of entertainment. It starts with yo-yo, up and downs. Then I got transistor radio.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Video killed the radio star. So I got the transistor radio and the boombox. And what is that? What are those?
They've been into records for the last few years already now.
At Miami Vice, there might be a resurgence. Now, mind you, let me say this too. Podcasting used to just be called radio theater back in the day.
I mean,
because that's all it is you talking and entertainment. But there might be some sort of resurgence of acting something out on a radio.
That would be cool.
This is the only reading I've ever used them for that they work, but they're nice. There might be some sort of entertainment coming back to the radio where people are acting things out. Because there's your TV show right there too. All drama, no action, which means you don't actually have to do anything. It's just voiceover.
Yay, I can go to work again.
I wish I could do voiceovers.
You could actually. Thank you, Rita, for
you can. You have a good voice, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rita. All right.
I don't know what I have, so go ahead, Tony.
I don't either. I'm looking at it and I'm going, I don't know what this is.
I don't know what
magic.
I
get magic. I don't know. Magic and beauty. I don't know.
I got the home. I have home, the veil, coins, book, and a cannon. So I actually think there's a couple different things. There's going to be, from a spiritual perspective, there's going to be almost like a new push in metaphysics, way to bring more harmony and stability with the veil, psychic gifts, and home. So using your psychic abilities or making psychic spirituality more accessible and stable. There is also the book and the canon knowledge and about like battle and war. So also maybe too, they're going to find, I'm hearing this is optimistic actually, finding new ways so we don't have to keep blowing each other up.
Hey, baby.
Necessarily think like, hey, you know, a new type of warfare, but they may be like, let's find new ways to bring peace. Let's find new ways to work through conflict. There's a knowledge here about war. So, and but there's whatever these things are, it's gonna bring some coins behind it, some wealth. So that's what I get.
Soul Train.
There's gonna be a new Soul Train, and
Lord.
I actually watched that.
I don't know.
For good reasons. I just watched it to make fun or to see the one person doing one move the entire show. That I'm like, help this baby with something. or they climb camera really close, and then all of a sudden they want to go. Are you selling or dancing? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I used to just watch it for entertainment purposes only. You still don't know what you got, Tony?
Mm-mm. I got the lovers. I had no idea what this means, but it starts out as the full. So, the full is limitless power, force. It's the unseen force that it propels you down to the physical. And then I have the lovers. So maybe it's something to do with a
Prostitution.
better love life. A better
Prostitution. That's what it's making a resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
But is it
fool is-
something we'll all be doing? So probably not.
the fullest choice. No, I don't know. Maybe it's a more effective medicine for erectile dysfunction or something. I don't know.
That was a fad too. That was a fad too. Now it's a medical condition and you can get insurance.
I don't know, but there's strength in it underneath it.
No pun intended. No pun intended. Let me go ahead, cleanse this little dirty ass energy. We're clean again. Okay. Bring us down. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Where's my menopause
Next
hand on that?
tab.
Okay, so tomorrow we will be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times with Red Lentil Healing and Jody Roberts Healing to do some sound meditations for y'all and some healing for the healers, where we will be letting you know what to let go and what to receive for empaths and psychics and mediums and energy healers and things of that nature. Monday, it'll be us three again, and we will be doing our zodiac for y'all.
Woo!
To figure out what it is you need to do for your life for the month of July.
Look for mine.
Have us some good old times. So y'all be there on Red Lentil Healing, and it's at 3 p.m. Eastern.
3 or 3:30. Haven't decided. Y'all pick 3 or 3:30. Which one y'all want to do?
So be there around 3-ish. Y'all just come on in the room. We'll be there around 3. You know how colored people do. So. We'll wander in. Hey, y'all. And
The CP time.
Yes,
CP
time. CP time. So y'all be here for tomorrow at 3 at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Sunday, we will be on Jen Lynn's channel with The Way of Positive Change. And then Monday, the colored folks will be back to do some zodiacs for y'all at 3-ish around in there. Whenever my grits get done, I will be here. So we will see y'all then. Thank y'all for joining us, all 400 of y'all that came out. Thank you for the super chats as always. And the moderations y'all did too. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good night.
Bye,
And
guys.
see y'all tomorrow.
Night.